Hi, I'm Lloyd Tack. I'm a researcher from Ghent University Hospital, and in 2017 I won the Research Fellowship grant on long-term outcomes of hypospadias, also a bit of genetics there. Yeah, it was a wonderful experience. Thanks to ESPE, we were able to do a lot of research. We got a nice big cohort of boys who were born with hypospadias and had a look at how they fared in young adulthood and adolescence, how they went to puberty, growth. I think the main findings are that those born small for gestational age with hypospadias, there are different subgroups when it comes to mainly fertility and spermatogenesis. That's really impaired in this group. And then the severe forms of hypospadias as well, but less than small for gestational age. There are a couple of genetic factors that might underlie the development of hypospadias. So we saw variants of unknown significance in interesting genes, but on their own we couldn't explain the phenotype in our cohort in any of the cases. So yeah, there's most likely a multifactorial condition which we're still looking into at the function of the androgen receptor, the role of the placenta, which is probably the main solution for the development of hypospadias, unraveling the mechanisms behind that. I think in 2015 I met my future promoter, Professor Martien Kools. And I talked about doing research, and then she started with some small projects, but very soon after she said, like, do you want to do a PhD? We have some interesting projects, and you could be involved in that. We looked for funding to do that. We wanted to do a big project, and then through Professor Kools, we applied for the research fellowship. Wasn't a lot of work to fill in the papers. You just have to have a good project and a good idea, and then we applied, and luckily we got the grant. And after that, a lot of doors opened, additional funding for in-depth genetics and functional tests, and also other research centers we could contact, saying, we have somebody working on a project in hypospadias. Are you also interested? And so it's really good grant to start your career. So the grant was 140,000 euro, which is a lot of money. And it helped pay my paycheck, but also when we went to Vienna, we had a budget for me to stay there. We also had budget to do the genetic tests, to do the lab tests, and so it was enough for 4 years to do research, and it was also instrumental to get additional funding for the functional tests, something we're still working on. But it lasted for 4 years. I think if you're interested in research in pediatric endocrinology, then the ESPE Research Fellowship grant is really something you should consider. It's easy to apply for, and it's really a large sum of money you can do a lot with. Yeah.